think. So there's another time where I was obsessed with books that tell you how to get things done. Right? There are so many books about that, so many theories, and it's cool to try to incorporate all those suggestions into class, but it becomes very impractical. So I'll just give you one. Have you ever scheduled like a lunch with somebody, maybe not like a super close friend, just someone who like wants to catch up, and then on that day, you have lunch with them, and you have a lot of stuff you got to get done. And in reality, if you could choose between going to lunch with that person or getting your work done, whatever it may be, you'd rather get your work done. That's way more important. Your boss is breathing down your neck, but you still go to lunch. Has anyone ever done that?
Depends on the person.
Yeah, it depends on the person. But how many times have we gone, even though in reality, like, we're like, I don't know if we should be doing this, but there's the awkwardness of canceling, there's the fact that it's scheduled. Sometimes we don't even think about it. I mean, sometimes when you start thinking about it, you're like, should I cancel? You might actually end up canceling. But sometimes we just do these things out of habit. We're like, oh, well, I got to get the laundry done at this time, and I've got to go to the lunch at this time. Then I'll come back and I'll do that then. Whereas in reality, the only reason that's been given so much priority is because it was scheduled, right? For whatever reason, things that are scheduled get pushed up the priority chain even when they don't deserve it at all. But you can use that to your advantage. So, study time should be scheduled. Like, granted, if you don't have study time scheduled and you just start studying, great. I don't care about extra. But if you look at your week and you just say, hey, look, on Monday nights from 6 to 8, I'm generally free. I'm going to study LSAT. And, all right, you guys are here, so. Monday nights, I'm going to come to class. Okay, Tuesday nights, 6 to 8, I'm generally free. Wednesdays, I'm actually free in the morning from 10 to 11:30 or whatever. If you figure out those times and you schedule them right now and you make it a reoccurring event, so go ahead and just, you guys use Google Calendar? Okay, just go ahead, figure it out right now. Just go ahead and start scheduling. Now, here's why. Weird things happen, right? Like someone calls you up and they're like, hey, can we do X, Y, and Z? Well, if you already have that scheduled in your calendar, like, 10 to 11:30 I do LSAT, you're way more likely to say to that person, yeah, sure, let's do that at noon, right? Whereas if you don't have that scheduled, you might just schedule whatever time works for them and then like do studying whenever it happens, which may be never. I mean, sometimes you get to the end of the day and you're like, didn't study today. But as we talked about earlier, right, if you can get a scholarship to law school full ride because your LSAT score went up a few more points than it otherwise would have. I mean, sometimes we're talking 3 points. 3 points will get you into school. 3 points higher will now get you into that school and with a full ride. So this is your best way to make money right now. So if you schedule this into your life, you can start putting that effort towards something that could really pay off. Aside from all the like life long-term benefits from getting a higher score and going to a school you want to go to, as opposed to one you're just settling for. In any case, so take a moment here, just schedule those times. Ideally, I would say study 1 to 2 hours a day, 1 to 2 hours a day. You're like, oh wow, this is amazing. And just take this pill and you'll be good. It's in the back room. 1 to 2 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. I think it actually is good to take a day off. Just be like, hey, I'm not going to do LSAT today. The LSAT is a lot like working out. So there are people who work out too much. They do 4 or 5 hours a day, every day. And they're like, I'm plateauing, I don't know what's happening. Well, if you went to the gym and you did push-ups, 100 push-ups every day, and then by the 4th day you're like, dang, I'm just declining. Like, there's a reason, right? Your brain is just getting fried. So, also, there is advantages to studying a little bit every day as opposed to studying a whole bunch on the weekend. Sometimes our life just means that we have to study a lot on the weekend and we can't do it during the week. But if you can somehow get a little bit less on the weekend and squeeze some of that in during the week, you're going to do better. And here's part of the reason why. When you learn stuff during the day, at night when you sleep, and by the way, you should try to get a good 7 hours if you can. When you sleep, your brain takes that out of the hippocampus and puts it into longer term storage. And there's only so much you can put into your hippocampus. It's just like RAM, right? There's only so much you can put in there. So if you study for 5 hours on Saturday, when you go to sleep, you're not going to be able to extract that much out. There's like things that were just lost. It's just not as efficient. So if you're studying and then sleeping, studying and sleeping, studying and sleeping, you're getting all these opportunities to really process it. People talk about this. They're like, I dream about contrapositives. Well, that's because your brain's like, okay, let's figure this out. Like, what is actually going on here? Apparently this is important now. This is the best way for us to make money. Let's all get on team A and understand it, right? But there is value in that, and sleep is immensely valuable, right? I mean, this is a side note, but have you guys heard this, that, you know, a lot of times people, like scientists are like, we don't know why we sleep. Has anyone heard that? Yeah, so that was the norm for a long time, but in the last 20 years, the question has now reversed. And they now say, they've figured out so many things that sleep helps us with, they wonder, what else does it help us with? The question is now, what else is there that we don't know about yet that's being benefited by going to sleep? So anyways, make sure you get that in. That may mean cutting out a Netflix show or something, but it's valuable. Yeah?
I saw on the schedule you have like extra help.
Yes.
Is that basically the same kind of stuff we're doing today, or is it more?
No, extra help is you come in and study whatever you want, homework, review stuff from the test, and then you can ask questions and the TAs will come out and answer them one-on-one.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So did everyone schedule their studying? Or did we just listen? We're like, oh, that's cool. Okay, good.